a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense will go to work first. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football. I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But David.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Good, solid tackle.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over first and 10.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Scrambling away. Flips it out in the flat. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Caught. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. With the catch, it's Banks. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The Rebels are rolling down the field. He might want another play. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Pick off to stop the threat. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quick strike complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking to throw it. Conrad. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Jaguars line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. To the air on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the damn...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Northern Illinois came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Husky Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The lone back's got it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Jaguars are on the move. Looking to pass. It's Conrad. Uncorks it. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Jaguars will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep.
Oh, he's going to go up top. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to...
Fires toward the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
The Jaguars offense has the ball for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the big fella. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Jaguars will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gonna take a shot. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly complete. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking to throw, it's Conrad. Trying to set up the screen. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. And the Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the marker. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to fire on second down. Pucks it out of the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge.
Starts a drive trying to go up top.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safe.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead.
15, South Alabama, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Going to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The Jaguars are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Makes the grab on the left. Turns it on at midfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Conrad. He makes the grab. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over. The break, and they'll start with second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. The lead is now back down to 9.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he...
Gashing the knee on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Snagged in the middle, it's Clemens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. He's got him. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Jaguars are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
Number 17.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
The Ole Miss offense will take over.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Conrad. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And the Jaguars will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Smashes ahead. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Got his man downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. To the air, it's Conrad. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me?
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Pressure coming. Complete to the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. looking to throw on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And the Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He's going to let it go. Looking to get it in. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw.
Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
They'll run play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Back to pass, it's Conrad. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Jaguars headed quickly to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And back to the air on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. Makes a connection. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium.
The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Fires to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Conrad. Going for the big play. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion, next play.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Try and play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole this offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when...
Turning it on! Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Swings it out to the flat. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. This offense has it with really good field position.
Get high. Get high. Get high. Get high.
Looking for a man. It's Conrad. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 4 over Utah. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He slings it deep to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Slithers into space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And wait just a second. The official is going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Back open in the middle. Still running at the 40. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the pummeling has started. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
19.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Scanning the field, it's Conrad. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Jaguars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Here on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Jaguars will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Rebels will try to convert on 4th down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. The offense changing the play. Going to look downfield again. Lets it go to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
19.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Off the play fake. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Jaguars send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
what a nice job by the punt returner. First thing he does, secures the catch, and you could tell they set up the return. He reads his blocks really well, turns on the afterburners all the way to the end zone. Special teams coming up with the huge play.
South Alabama, 19.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to throw.
There he goes. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And the Jaguars with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. To the air on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Jaguars decide to punt it away. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. The Jaguars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and just